Tocqueville Asset Management L.P. cut its stake in Boeing Company, the New York Stock Exchange (BA), by 0.5% in the second quarter, according to the company in its most recent Form 13F filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission. The fund owned 168,554 shares of the aircraft producer's stock, after selling 782 shares during the quarter. Tocqueville Asset Management L.P.'s holdings in Boeing Company, the were worth $33,332,000 as of its most recent SEC filing. Other institutional investors and hedge funds also recently modified their holdings of the company. TruePoint Incorporated lifted its position in shares of Boeing Company, the by 12.4% during the second quarter. TruePoint Incorporated now owns 1,434 shares of the aircraft producer's stock worth $341,000 after purchasing an additional 158 shares during the last quarter. Prime Advisors lifted its position in shares of Boeing Company, the by 11.6% during the second quarter. Prime Advisors now owns 1,375 shares of the aircraft producer's stock worth $272,000 after purchasing an additional 143 shares during the last quarter. Smith Chaspe and Associates (POCPAS) lifted its position in shares of Boeing Company, the by 4.0% during the second quarter. Smith Chaspe and Associates (POCPAS) now owns 86,791 shares of the aircraft producer's stock worth $17,163,000 after purchasing an additional 3,359 shares during the last quarter. Herndon Capital Management LLC increased its stake in shares of Boeing Company, the by 29.7% during the second quarter. Herndon Capital Management LLC now owns 720 shares of the aircraft producer's stock valued at $142,000 after buying an additional 165 shares during the period. Finally, Marshall Wace LLP purchased a new position in shares of Boeing Company, the during the second quarter valued at $16,293,000. Institutional investors own 71.51% of the company's stock. Boeing Company, BA, traded down 64 cents on Thursday, hitting $264.93. The stock had a trading volume of 373,325 shares, compared to its average volume of 3,030,000. The company has a quick ratio of 0.39, a current ratio of 1.18, and a debt-to-equity ratio of 8.54. The firm has a market cap of $158,170, a P/E ratio of 27.30, a P/EG ratio of 2.03, and a beta of 1.22. Boeing Company has a one-year low of $141.54 and a one-year high of $267.62. Boeing Company, the New York Stock Exchange (BA), last announced its quarterly earnings data on Wednesday, October 25. The aircraft producer reported $2.72 EPS for the quarter, beating the Zacks consensus estimate of $2.65 by 7 cents. Boeing Company, the had a return on equity of 12,064.25% and a net margin of 7.33%. The business had revenue of $24.31 billion during the quarter, compared to the consensus estimate of $24.09 billion. During the same quarter in the previous year, the business earned $3.51 earnings per share. The business's revenue for the quarter was up 1.7% on a year-over-year basis. Sell-side analysts expect that Boeing Company will post 10.1 EPS for the current fiscal year. The company also recently declared a quarterly dividend, which will be paid on Friday, December 1. Shareholders of record on Friday, November 10, will be given a dividend of $1.42 per share. This represents a $5.68 dividend on an annualized basis and a yield of 2.14%. The ex-dividend date of this dividend is Thursday, November 9. Boeing Company, the S dividend payout ratio, DPR, is presently 52.25%. Several equities analysts have recently commented on BA shares. Deutsche Bank AG raised their price target on Boeing Company, the, to $300 and gave the company a buy rating in a research note on Thursday, September 14. Berenberg Bank set a $245 target price on Boeing Company, the, and gave the company a buy rating in a research note on Friday, July 21. Jefferies Group LLC restated a buy rating and set a $300 price target on shares of Boeing Company, the, in a research note on Friday, October 6. Credit Suisse Group restated a sell rating on shares of Boeing Company, the, in a research note on Friday, July 28. Finally, J.P. Morgan Chase & Company raised Boeing Company, the, from a neutral rating to an overweight rating and lifted their target price for the stock from $205 to $240 in a report on Friday, July 14. One research analyst has rated the stock with a sell rating, 10 have assigned a hold rating and 14 have given a buy rating to the company's stock. Boeing Company, the, currently has an average rating of buy and a consensus target price of $255.94. Boeing Company, the, profile. The Boeing Company is an aerospace company. The company's segments include commercial airplanes, defense, space, and security, BDS, such as Boeing Military Aircraft, BMA, Network and Space Systems, N&SS, and Global Services and Support, GS&S, and Boeing Capital, BCC. The commercial airplanes segment develops, produces and markets commercial jet aircraft and provides related support services to the commercial airline industry.